Hello again. It's Priscilla Batzell at Expression Studio Gallery in the backyard, having a hard time spitting words out. I've got some black paint in a 16 by 20 inch canvas. I also have somewhere right here a small pitcher. Actually, out of these two, I prefer this one, so I'm going with this one. And I would usually use my stainless steel one, but I think this is a perfect time for this right now. I just did a ribbon pour with enamel that Batzell really beautifully with greens and blues, and now I'm interested in doing the same exact thing with all of my reds and magentas and maybe a little orange. And this time I might remember to actually add in the white metallic. My glasses have disappeared. There they are. Oh yay! And if I do this ribbon pour or a ring pour and wreck it, I've got cake tools to pull through, so you don't need a comb. I'm going to start, what am I going to start with? I'm going to start with some black. Actually, if I'm going to start with black, I might as well use some enamel. Black enamel being over here and clogged. Okay, just got to make life interesting for myself. Sometimes I wonder about putting a layer of black enamel or any enamel on the canvas. It's pretty expensive though, so. Alright, so I may not have the largest hole cleared, but I've got a good one. There's a little water in the bottom of this for the first time ever, and I'm not going to worry about it. I am going to continue using colors I love. I'm going to throw a little purple in there too, because I can. The name of my first book, under Show More on the Amazon link. I've got some pink, and I want that also. I have some blood red that I'm not too thrilled about. I got to think about that first. I've got this red orange. I find that if I mix up the combinations, even if I don't think I'm going to like it, I pretty much consistently do like them to become, really? Okay. I think I'm going to put some gold in there. And I'm still using my favorite it's not neon, my favorite color shifting purple from Deco-Art. Right there. I don't usually use this much neon. I want some of that enamel I promised myself. Whenever I use this enamel, I invariably get great cells. I really want some black in there. And I guess I had some in the bottom. So let's put some right up there also. And some more gold, which is a Deco-Art 24 karat gold. And that is a color shifting orange that I almost never use. And let's finish up with some Anita's metallic, like I said. And because it's white, I can use my neon multi-surface acrylic from Deco-Art. Now last time I thought I was going to have more paint than I needed, so I'm using a larger container this time, just in case I can use it all. So I'm going to go ahead and add a layer of black paint, and maybe I can be smarter this time and put less paint on, because I had a little more than I wanted last time. Now, no matter what happens with this, I've got tools. That means that I can use the basting brush. I could do what I did last time and pour some of this paint right into a shovel. It's pretty hot out here this afternoon. I went and got something frozen out of the freezer, stuck it around my neck. So I still have to be concerned a little bit with how fast the paint will dry. The Oxo Omelette Turning Spatula is the best paint spreading tool I know of, and it is always available on that blue link, the first blue link below Show More underneath the video. My Amazon link, and if you shop there at no added cost to you, it helps me out. Hey, would you guys do me a favor if you can possibly manage it? Not only would you watch the commercials, those of you who really truly love me, but I need people to watch the videos longer, because the algorithm only reacts to you watching longer. So if you skip ahead, it hurts my performance. And I'm not ahead. I'm way behind, evidently. There's 86,000 subscribers and only a couple hundred people at a time are generally watching. I'm trying to develop some really intensely cool artworks and see what happens. So what I'm thinking right now is, instead of covering the entire canvas with a design with ribbon cores, I'm going to do one section at a time, trying to get my black paint really evenly on there. I'm not going to worry about my edges right now because I can always go back later. I am going to wipe off that spatula since I don't have another one, and I didn't put any more purple in there, although I do kind of like what I've got. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to throw some orange right next to that, and maybe a little red too. And while I'm at it, why not start with the purple? So I'm going to start with colors that I want. Probably could have used a lot more white. That's cool. I kind of like it just like it is, and I could probably leave it, but I got a lot more canvas to cover. So, in spite of the fact that I use Golden's GAC 800 to keep my paint from cracking when it's heavy, that's cool. Loving these colors. Which reminds me, I do want an edge catcher, and I have one, and I'm going to put it right over here. I think I'm just going to let all of that run down though. Maybe if it gets close to the edge, that'll be okay. Loving these colors together, just totally loving them. Now if I had a bunch of drips and I needed to, I could put some paint next to this in a bead from the squeeze bottle, and it would pull that paint and widen it some. But I really like what I've got. Here, let's show you what I mean. Let's do this. Let's grab some black. I don't really want the enamel. Let me see what else I've got. There we go. So by adding a little paint, in theory, usually correctly, actually I'll tip that toward what I wanted to move, and now that paint will flow right down to the edge. And maybe I can keep those drippy fingers, which would be kind of cool. I'd like to do that actually. Right there. Neat. So let's move on. There's all kinds of strange things I'm looking at right now. I want to start on the other side. And I'm not trying to make anything specific, because the weirder the shapes and patterns are, the cooler things wind up. Don't ask me why, it's just the way it works. And we'll see if I'm right. I mean, I could be completely off base with that right now. So I'm basically a similar mass of paint flowing in a similar direction, and I'm dripping it right into my hand. That's going in the bucket. And I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, what do I want in there that I don't have? And shouldn't I be more patient waiting for it to appear? I'm not very good at being patient, or so I'm told. I'm going to use that paint off my edge catcher. And then I think I'm going to put some more of my favorite folk art in there. And I'm going to run out of paint. I can mix more quickly enough though, so that's cool. I think what I really like is that magenta, and I've got some more of it, and I'm going to use it right now. Because I can. Because I don't have rules. Rules are meant to be broken. At least when I'm painting they are. I'm going to lose those cool loopy things, and I don't really want to. So let's try and get all this to go down that way. I'm going to rock my canvas to cover the edge. And I'm going to use all of that paint, hopefully, if I can keep my bottles out of the way. I'm willing to make a mess right now because I want to stretch this out as much as possible. And then what I'm going to do is, after I rinse my hands off and dry them, I'm going to grab my spatula, take some of these bottles out of my way really quickly, hopefully. I thought about what else I might want to do. Oh, I've got some blue in there. Check that out. That's from the last painting. Now, that may or may not stay. It might disappear, but hey, at least I've got it. That's blue, greens, purples, all kinds of stuff. And I'm going to use a Princeton Art Tool Catalyst spatula to take what's left of that out of there, because otherwise it's probably going to go to waste. I'll be inside uploading this next movie if it's available. Right there in the bucket. Alright, so I've got this gorgeous paint and I want to use it, and I'm going to just keep scooping it up and scooping it up and scooping it up some more. And I'm going to grab another Princeton Art Tool Catalyst spatula. And throw that spatula in the bucket. Okay, so I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm doing it. And what I want to do is continue to tip. I really didn't get as specific as I was thinking I was going to. But wherever I tip, I'm going to tip onto an edge catcher so I can retrieve that paint and use it. Not really seeing this very well, but I'm liking some of the things I'm seeing. I'm going to pull that edge catcher off of there. I'm going to clean up one of my spatulas real quick so I can grab it. I guess I wasn't thinking about it. I thought I cleaned them all before I went in the house, actually. So I'm going to grab that paint. I saw a place I wanted to put it. It's right here. Right there. Let's see what else I've got. That can go right over the edge. And I've got a little bit of paint left in my pitcher, which I'm probably going to use. But I want some more red and some more gold. And I'm really tempted to do stuff that's just spontaneous. Because I can. Then I'm going to look at it and see if I want to do anything else. And I've got, where's that blue? Now I can use this blue when the, really? Maybe I can't. Come out. I can use this blue when the paint on the background is on its way to being dry, like it is. And I'm only using it basically right at this moment because I used that leftover paint. And it seems like a good idea. Now this probably won't stay, but I'll give it a shot anyway. I've got a little bit more paint, and I think what I'm going to do is put some of that Anita's white metallic in there. I still keep getting all of my bottles in my way, so I'm going to want to put that cup somewhere else. Yes, one little lonely ring pour, but it's got good contrast. And I'm going to try anywhere I tip, I'm going to try really hard to save that paint. It's sort of a surreal abstract expressionist, no rules, kind of out there, nonsensical composition, and I'm not done playing with it. I'm wondering what would happen if I just keep following my whims. Just sticking a skewer in, dragging a few things. I see that white that's splattered there. Like I said, I have no idea what I'm doing, but I'm doing it. I did set my timer, but I got 16 seconds left on the clock, so it's not really a whole lot. I do sell my artwork. I do give classes at the house in Spring Hill as soon as the world pandemic is over. That'll be happening again. I've got 2 minutes to tell you guys, if you shop my Amazon link, which I already mentioned, you help me out, and you can find all kinds of cool stuff there. I don't want to really interrupt all those cool shapes. I'm not super thrilled with all this here. I just looked at it and decided that that was not making me happy. So I think what I'm going to do, that probably should have been enamel. Let's throw a little bit of enamel in there. Who knows what's going to happen next? I am going to grab myself a little swipe card. And hopefully something good will come out of it. So far, I'm thinking part 2. But I've got that enamel. And I've got another swipe card, and I want some gold. So thank you guys for sharing my videos. Thank you for shopping my Teespring. Thank you for visiting Expressionist Art Studio Gallery, Totes and More on Facebook, and shopping there. I really appreciate your help very much. Times are more than interesting. They're tough. I want to be a little careful down there because that was pretty cool. Just going to use the edge of that card to scratch some lines. I got 1 minute left. So if you guys are interested in helping me at all, and you're interested in maybe owning a painting, it's a $10 minimum donation to get into the monthly drawing. But you can pay through PayPal or Patreon, and it's $10. Like I said, it's a $10 minimum. I should come back for another part, I think. So what else should I tell you guys? I told you a bunch of stuff. My email address is below the video, so if you need to reach me or you want to ask a question other than on comment section of YouTube, and thank you guys for the wonderful comments, and thank you for the donations. I really appreciate your support at this difficult time. So that's extremely surreal, in my opinion, and I don't know what to tell you. It might be one of those things I like better tomorrow. Or it might be something that I work on for another 2 minutes and I love it.